Hi, my name is Amy Bay at the Office of Special Education Programs, and I'm going to walk through our new initiative, the OSEP Fast Facts. About a year ago, RTP started developing and publishing OSEP Fast Facts, which are data visualizations that provide an overview of primarily IDEA Section 618 data focused on specific topics. This session is titled Using OSEP Fast Facts as a Stakeholder Engagement Tool. Section 618 of the IDEA requires that each state submit data about the infants and toddlers birth through age 2 who receive early intervention services under Part C of the IDEA, and children with disabilities ages 3 through 21 who receive special education and related services under Part B of the IDEA. The OSEP Fast Facts pulls together data from the 12 data collections authorized under IDEA Section 618 into graphic visual representation with the intent to present 618 data quickly and clearly. Basically, our intention is to get more people talking about and engaging with our 618 data. OSEP has released 12 Fast Facts on children served under IDEA Part B and C. These include data on racial and ethnic groups, specific primary disability categories, and specific age ranges of children. For example, we have a Fast Fact that specifically looks at the infants and toddlers served under IDEA Part C. We plan on rolling out a bunch more in the future, and these will all be posted here at the OSEP Fast Facts landing page. Both the Center for IDEA Early Childhood Data Systems, DAISY, and the IDEA Data Center, IDC, have resources on data visualization. I've linked to just a few of these resources on this slide. Now I want to take a moment and walk through a few of our recent releases. In May, OSEP released a Fast Fact on school-age children ages 5 in kindergarten through 21, served under Part B, Section 618 of the IDEA, along with a new supplemental tool, Hand in Hand, which is intended to be used alongside the Fast Fact. State and national data is presented in a variety of ways with maps, bar charts, and other images to present this data differently. For the Hand in Hand supplemental tool, each display in the Fast Fact is presented with critical questions to allow parents and other stakeholders to engage with the materials. Throughout the Hand in Hand resource, look for hands highlighting further reading on the topic. Okay, let's pull them up. Please note that 1920 was a transition year for reporting 5-year-olds in kindergarten in the school age file. States and entities had the option to report 5-year-olds in the reporting categories age 5 school age and age 5 early childhood. The permanent place will take place with the 2021 release. In the Part B Child Count and Ed Environments data file, we report the counts of children with disabilities who receive special education and related services under Part B of the IDEA by the following characteristics: Ed environment, racial ethnic groups, gender, disability category, and discrete ages. This map shows the percentage of the population of students with disabilities served under IDEA. This map is interactive, so you can scroll over specific states to see the rates in those states. And the box on the right shows the national trend. The percent of the population ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA Part B for the United States and outlying areas is 9.86%. The next chart shows the percent of students with disabilities by gender. As you can see, males were more likely to be served under IDEA Part B than females. This next bar chart demonstrates the number of children served over time. Since 2012, the number of children served under IDEA Part B, ages 5 in kindergarten through 21, has increased by more than 500,000 students, or more than 12%. This next chart is the percent of students with disabilities by education environment. And what's fun about this chart is that you can pull up individual state data and look at it as compared to the national data. So let's use this drop down and pull up a state, and then you can see as is compared to the national data. This next pie chart looks at the number and percent of English learner students with disabilities. This next chart is another one that allows users to look more deeply into state level data. This chart looks at the students by primary disability category. In the Part B discipline file, we report the count of children with disabilities ages 3 through 21 who were removed from their educational placement due to disciplinary reasons, including removal to an interim alternate education setting, out of school suspension, in-school suspension, and expulsion. So this chart is looking at the total disciplinary removals per 100 children or students with disabilities ages 3 through 21. Nationally, there are 30 disciplinary removals per 100 students with disabilities, and over here you can look at individual state rates. In the Part B exiting data file, we report the count of children with disabilities ages 14 through 21 who are and who have exited special education and related services within 12-month reporting period by the reason for exit. Again, you can use the drop-down chart to look at specific state data. And finally, these last few pie charts look at the percentage of students with disabilities and the percentage of the population, ages 5 in kindergarten through 21, by race and ethnicity. And again, you can use the drop-down options to look at the specific states in comparison with the national numbers. Now let's take a look at the hand-in-hand fast fact. All right, as I mentioned before, this tool is intended to be used hand in hand with the OSEP fast fact that we just went through. Each display in that fast fact is presented here with critical questions to allow parents and other stakeholders to engage with the materials. Throughout the tool, look for little hands highlighting further reading on the topics. And if we scroll through this tool, we can see hands throughout. Stakeholders that want to learn more about the history of IDEA can click here. Stakeholders that want to learn more about students with disabilities' right to a free, appropriate public education in the least restrictive environment can click on these resources. Stakeholders that want to learn more about English learner and disability-related educational needs for our English learners with disabilities can select this link. To learn more about children with disabilities removed from their educational placement for disciplinary purposes, follow this link. To learn more about the categories of disabilities under Part B of the IDEA, there's a number of resources here. To learn more about racial and ethnic diversity in special education and related services, there's a couple links here, including some of our fast facts that look at specific racial and ethnic groups. And finally, to learn more about children with disabilities, transition planning, and exiting school, so a number of resources linked here. Thank you for joining this session to hear about our new initiative. We hope you have a great conference. Visit the OSEP Fast Facts for existing and future Fast Facts. And if you have any questions or feedbacks or even suggestions on future topics on the Fast Facts, please contact us at osepIDEAdata@ed.gov. Thank you so much.